this is quality content right here, Mr. X.
This is that other people should know. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it's so wild.
Fans gotta know facts.
Yeah.
Do it, bro. Do it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Too many.
X marks the spot here. I'm your host, Don Monaco, featuring my co-host, proudly, Xavier Negron. How are you doing, buddy?
Hey, boy, I'm good.
If you haven't seen the latest episode of X marks the spot every Thursdays, 6 p.m., WICR, Iona College Radio.
Special.
Is legendary.
We had Omar, special guest. We had some good conversation about music, rap music, the culture, you know? So if you're into that stuff, go check that out.
Right.
Share it. Share it with everyone you know, your mom, your dad, your cousins. Can I put you on to this game that we were playing yesterday?
What was the game?
A lot of fun. It's called Roulette.
Roulette?
Yes, have you played it?
No. I've actually,
Okay.
no, like now I'm actually kind of curious, bro.
Dope. Okay, so all the homies around a table,
Mm-hmm.
you get a cup. You put it in front of you.
Yep.
You put the cup in front of you. Person at the end shoots it,
Mm-hmm.
and there's 3 cups. So if he makes it, then you have to drink the cup that's in front of you, flip it. The last person to flip it has to drink the 3 cups. So you're shooting. The person shoots at 3 cups.
Yeah.
So if he makes one of those, then everybody at the table has to drink. Flip the cup. Last person to flip the cup has to drink those 3 cups that are like that he shot. that he shot with.
Who'd you learn this game from yesterday?
The homies.
Uh-huh.
The homies. Dude, it was actually a lot of fun. So if you miss it, then you rotate.
Yeah.
So like your cup stays there. So you just rotate. So it's like Wilden had a big cup because he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna challenge you because I know you're not gonna make it." So he missed it. So then I have to rotate to the full cup.
Yeah.
This is bad. Let me tell you what happened.
Get jiggy with it.
You watch Hot Ones?
What?
Hot Ones.
Yeah.
With Sean Evans.
Yeah.
His wings.
He has a show now, by the way.
on True TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to watch it.
Yeah.
Once. You know the Bomb hot sauce on the show?
The Bomb?
The Bomb. You know what I'm talking
Yes.
about?
It's is it the earlier ones or the later ones?
It's kind of early.
All right.
I feel like it's been there for a while. So they have it at 52, which is super unsafe.
Why?
Don't know why they have it. Keenan brought it out, covering the label. And he was like, "Yo, somebody try this. I just did it." I see people dying. I'm like, I am a He's like, "Yo, put your finger on the top.
No.
Pour it up." I was like,
Dude,
"Say
are you
that."
serious?
Hot? Dude, and then like he's like playing with the bottle after I do it, and I just read "Da Bomb," and I'm like, "You're a piece of." The amount of times I've watched Hot Ones and seen people like,
Stop talking to me.
"Stop talking to me." That's how I felt. I was hurting. Yeah, I had a good time.
I'm trying to think of the stupidest thing I've ever done.
That's not the stupidest thing I've ever done. I don't think.
No. I still think the gallon of Arizona.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, I chugged I wouldn't say it was a whole bottle of Arizona.
Cause those are big.
No, like it was the big one. It was the jug. Like it was not yeah. Like your mom goes to Stop and Shop
Yeah,
when
like,
it's
we'll
on
have
sale.
Right.
Luckily,
Right.
yeah.
That's
Dude,
disgusting.
sweat.
It's okay.
Second stupidest thing, you know the bottom of like the big pretzel rims? Like the big pretzel joints, like the big ones. Like
a pretzel
sometimes
stick?
they have like the pretzel sticks,
Yeah,
sometimes they
I
have the
know what you're talking
circles or whatever. So and there's normally salt at the end.
Yes.
And when you're on your Fat Boy stuff.
Fat Boy SSE. Yeah.
This is how you eat a Big Mac. Cuz what the D, come on, son, on the set, son. Come on, son. Damn, son. Come on, cuz.
Yeah, you're eating the salt at the bottom of that. So when I was
dirty.
younger, I think one time, I just went put the whole thing in.
See, like I've definitely done like the finger.
Yeah.
Get
No,
the
I was
salt
feeling
and
no. Oh no, that's not what happened. I was at camp. This is at summer camp.
Mm-hmm.
One of the counselors at summer camp, my homie, my co-counselor Tommy, is like, "Yo, we have these whole thing of pretzel rods with salt at the bottom of it. Like, kill it." Big. That was big. That was the summer of big odds. Like big into odds. Like,
Oh my
odds. You can do
gosh.
this. We also used to play. What was the other game we used to? We used to play, the cheese touch. Because we were just
When?
talking about the Diary of the Wimpy Kid yesterday. Dude, literally, I'm gonna talk about that in a second.
Don't
'cause-
test me, bro.
Don't test me. Anyways.
I hated that, dude, because the kids would be like,
Oh no,
"Dude,
no,
I
no.
had it crossed, bro."
I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna explain to you the trippiest thing
Put
that
me on.
happened to me with that.
Put me on.
So after so we were normally at my summer camp we would have like pool days,
Okay.
and like sometimes if your group didn't want to go to the pool, you would stay back. And like I was head counselor of 1114 that summer, big into Monopoly. I was teaching these kids about capitalism. I was teaching these kids how to screw each other over, and like honestly, those kids, bro.
Kids.
But nah, they're great kids. Anyways, I downed it, bro. They were all playing Monopoly. I'm like sitting there and like I got so dehydrated from all the salt that I consumed that I almost passed out like straight up. And like ever since I've never done that where like scrape the bottom of the salt with
Oh, so that
nothing.
ruined it for you.
I ruined it.
It was a lot. You're bugging.
No, I was bugging. No cap was
It makes you
bugging.
want to throw up, to be honest.
It almost made me throw up, but I didn't throw up. Anyways, Cheese Touch.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy James Malloy and Tom Skinner, who originated the game. So we were all head counselors, all of us, and we used to have head counselors lunch, kind of the be all end all of lunch times because you didn't want no foo co-counselor lunch. You wanted to be in. You want naturally wanted to be in head counselors.
Yeah.
So we used to like have games. We used to play different things, and one of the things we did was we played the Cheese Touch. So for those not familiar with the Diary of the Wimpy Kid, what was that? Roderick Rules? I think that was that one.
Believe it was.
I think it was Roderick Rules too. If you haven't even seen the movie, it's a great movie.
Yeah. No,
But
great film.
part of the book / movie is that there's this piece of cheese that's on the court on the
Right.
recess yard,
It's just sitting there rotting.
just sitting there
Getting
rotting.
nasty.
And who touched it? Some kid. I think it was ironically the Indian character in that book.
I think it was too.
Because like I'm remembering it from the movies, and
I
I
wanna say it was.
vividly remember it. It was like that Nickelodeon or that Disney star at the time. It was Indie, whatever. But we at camp were doing this thing called Ninja Tag. So basically, what Ninja Tag is where you get a marker and you have tag, but with markers. But like you have
Oh,
to
that
do it
sounds
in
cool.
you have to do it in a ninja fashion.
Right.
So like we'd be sitting there like talking to the kids, playing with the kids, and then like we would have like someone come to the side and be like, Ninja. And like all of our necks and our hands and stuff would be covered in markers because you got ninja tagged.
Right.
And like that's how it
That's
worked.
actually kind of lit.
Oh, it was a great game. Great game.
Ninja tag.
Except the directors got really tight at us because, you know, we were stealing all the art room's markers.
Right.
Like all of them. All the markers were
Just
gone.
drawn on homies.
Markers, highlighters, everything, and they were like, "Why are you guys covered in markers? Like you guys are like stupid." And valid point. So we had to think, what do you do when you can't do that anymore? Because that's a great game, like you just said. Cheese touch.
Cheese
You have a
touch.
cheese touch tag.
Cheese touch.
Cheese touch tag
Mhm.
throughout 9 to 5 summer camp. Not 9 to 5, 9 to 2.
It means you have to be on your
No.
know?
Like X. When you were saying this,
Yeah.
homie, I was walking around like this for the
Yeah.
fact that whole summer. Sometimes I still catch myself like this.
Oh.
Sometimes I not
They
even gonna lie,
traumatize you a little bit?
always, dude. And like there's a, so the way we used to do it was every week, brown bag, you would start who has the cheese touch.
Okay.
Random, all pieces of paper, whoever had the X on it, you have the cheese touch.
Mm-hmm.
And we used to f with each other. We used to be like, nah, I didn't get it. And we would go to like Thursday or Wednesday with like not knowing
Who has
until
the
like late. Someone would be like,
Got him.
by the way, you got it. And we're like, what? Dude, never forget this. My boy Skinner. So we used to do like the talent show, the camp talent show or whatever. And I was one of the hosts. Like all three of us, we were boys. We used to do stupid at camp. And honestly, the best summers with those guys. But this one time we were doing the talent show and we always did like a little duet at the end. We always sang. Like it was a legit talent show. And like
Oh,
we were the
really?
hosts.
You would sing.
Yeah, I would sing.
Wow.
They're like telling me like, yeah, we're gonna do this song, High School Musical 2, ending. You know, what was the High School Musical summer one where they end with the bash, the summertime bash.
I know what you're talking
All
about.
right, so that song,
Yeah.
keep that song in mind. We're
Yeah.
supposed to be singing that song.
Okay.
And I was Vanessa Hutchins,
Oh.
had the hair, wig and everything,
Oh,
practice. But like it was fine. It
no.
was fine because they were older. They're older than me, so like have to do my dues. Day of the show,
Yes.
we're there. We're about to go on. Show's been going great.
I want to know the song.
It's going great, like literally going great. Then it's about to get to our part, like because we'd had like segments. We did like a dating show. We did like a scary part where we scared like all the kids. Really funny. And I'm out there,
Wig looking good.
wig, braiding,
Looking sexy.
looking fine as hell. From my Troy. Next thing you know, all I hear is, "Dun-dun-dun, you know the world," and I'm like, wait a minute. That's not my song.
Oh.
That's not my song.
No.
And then next thing you know, I see James and Skinner. Skinner dressed as Vanessa Hudgens. James, white tracksuit.
Oh no.
White tracksuit.
So you know who he is.
Yeah. No, I know who he
Damn.
is, and I know who I am not.
So what were you doing?
So they pulled me up, and they had me in the middle, and they're dancing. They're literally dancing and singing all around me. Public humiliation.
Yeah, they violated.
And I'm trying to like dip off stage, and they're like, no.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
They got me circled in, so I'm like, I'm doing some interpretive dances
Right.
and whatnot. And then at the very end of the song, the climax, like all the other counselors are in on it. By the way, I was the only counselor not in on it. Like all the
Damn.
kids rushed up to the stage. They were throwing stuff. Like it was like beautiful. It was beautiful.
But you had no idea.
And I was not.
What was
and I
going
was
on?
no purposefully not part of it because
That's
of the
kinda-
inside goof. But that's not even the worst part. At the very end, Skinner went the entire week without saying who had the cheese touch. And at the very end, we like do the hand raise or whatever,
Yep.
and he goes, "You got the cheese touch."
Oh.
But you know what? Homie had the fingers crossed. Homie, through all of that, out of all of that was going on,
You stayed strong.
I stayed strong because that's how drilled. Literally, that is how drilled it was in my head.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
And you know what it was all for? If you had the cheese touch at the end of the week, you would just have to bring in like cookies or like a dessert. That's literally what it was. It was strictly
I
pride.
was like, I'm not fucking going to stop.
Oh, hell no.
Getting those cookies for
$4 or $5, they're delicious, but like not the
Fire,
point.
dude.
Honestly, at that camp, if they do watch this, I've done so many other stupid things for that camp.
Then being Vanessa Hudgens.
Yeah, first time ever, I had to dress up in a green morph suit. They threw me in a trash can. They brought me off backstage, put us behind our 3 camp counselors, and I was like maybe 12 at the time. I was young. I was a CIT. I wasn't even a counselor. I jumped up out of the green morph suit. Like, you literally could see the outlining of my dick.
No.
Like, literally, like a 12-year-old. And straight up, I fell. Like, I popped out, and I busted it straight on my behind me. In front of the entire camp, all the directors, first summer. Yeah.
And then you got the gig though.
Then I got the gig. Hi, are you bored this weekend?
And low key.
Well, we have the solution for you. Every week, a brand new episode of X Marks the Spot After Hours will be coming out. So catch us live every weekend. X Marks the Spot After Hours.
Yeah. Horny. Did you get it?
And we're back here with the legendary X Marks the Spot.
Wu-Tang Clan coming at you. Protect your
Wu-Tang.
neck, kid. X marks the spot.
Huh?
We're out here booing.
Cheers to the fucking weekend.
2, 1, 2, 3.
Sean Nolan, can you answer the question for me?
Hello, my daddy. My superhero.